We are today in London in order to discuss the deliveries of multifunctional landscape in the framework of the reform of the CAP. And it is an opportunity for us to identify what kind of tools we might use in order to keep farming profitable.
We've got some enormous challenges in front of us. The world has to feed many, many more people on this planet over the next 20 to 30 years, and we've got to do that with finite resources. How are we going to improve productivity on the world's major crops? How are we going to stop land going into degradation? How are we going to educate smallholder farmers in the safe use of our products? How are we going to improve the productivity on those smallholder farms?
Very interesting to see a new minister, only in post a week, and hear his take on the CAP reforms.
I think we need to start seeing farming not as a sort of pastime that just goes from generation to generation, but actually a vibrant industry that can attract new people into it and reward talented people, so that we've got the best brains on this a great and important industry for us.
It was a very ambitious set of proposals, and inevitably, now that we're in the post-Lisbon world of the EU, it's inevitably been slowed up, I think, to a great extent. I think from a young farmer's perspective, we've obviously got a mandatory young farmers scheme, but that doesn't really do very much, certainly in the UK, to improve the plight of young farmers.
The general impression would be that the greening is pretty flawed in a lot of ways, and there are many other ways of delivering more greening, but half the battle is to find enough money for the environment.
It is going to, I think, put a lot of cost, particularly onto arable farmers. I think there's very little recognition that the crop diversification measures will have any particular benefit to farmers here. It will just add cost.
Part of the problem is the slow release of information that is getting across to farmers, and one of the ways they find about things is coming to events like this, and so actually they will be much better informed as a result of today.
We've got political representatives, we've got industry representatives and green organisations as well. So the mixture of views has been particularly interesting, and I think what was most interesting for me is the way in which feedback from other parts of Europe under the ELO and Syngenta umbrella, the way in which we're able to collate and understand how these have been interpreted in other member states, because we've been discussing these for 2 or 3 years, and it's very, I suppose, encouraging to understand and to know that other young farmers in Poland, in the Netherlands, in France, in Spain have very similar concerns, have very similar experiences.
It's clear to us in Syngenta that we don't have all the answers for this. It's clear to us that the answers to these great challenges will come from multi-stakeholder engagement. It's clear to us that single-element ideology underestimates the extent of these problems.
UK is the best country for multifunctional landscape and agri-environmental scheme, and I think Europe, continental Europe, has a lot to learn from it.